Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Happy 2020. I hope you guys had a safe and prosperous holiday season. I'd tell you what happened on mine, but it's December. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's December 6th. I'm supposed to be not doing anything, but here we are. New intro, brand new channel, new Patreon, new setup. You guys, this setup is insane. Just want to let you know, we're making a Valentine's Day wreath because I need Valentine's Day stuff in my Etsy store, which is linked down below. So, let's get started. This is a Dollar Tree wreath frame. We're going to start right from the beginning. We're going to go through this whole thing. Dollar Tree wreath frame, 14 inches. If you can't find them in store, you can order them by the case online. You don't need 24 of them. I think you can like pick and pack them. I don't know how that works. I'm just like, I'll get a case. And I have some pipe cleaners. I have so much space now, you guys. It's awesome. We are going to use 18 pipe cleaners, 3 in each section. There are 6 sections, and I'm going to show you how to wire this. My shoe fell off. Wait. Okay, so we're gonna do one section and then I'll go through and do all the rest. We're gonna put one on these first 2 rings on the inside. Put a little tension on it. Give it 2 turns. Don't turn it 100 times. The pipe cleaner is gonna break. We're gonna put our second one the outer 2 rings, little tension, turn it twice. This one's in the middle. The first one we did is in the middle of these 2 brackets right here. You know what I can do now? Wait, hold on. Aha! The first one is in the middle of these 2 support brackets right here. There's going to be 2 here. They are between the middle one and the support bracket. So our next one goes here. You can also do this where, this is how I've always done it. Once I saw somebody do this and I was like, let me try that, and did it, and I haven't ever tried to do it any other way. You can also do the wreath frames that you buy, like the work frames. They will have 10 on the outside and 8 on the inside. You're always going to have 18. I haven't seen one that doesn't have 18, but to do that, you have to go and like measure, and we don't do that. Not on this channel. So I'm gonna go through. I like to do like all the insides first, and then come back around and do all the outsides. So I'm gonna finish this up, and then we will cut some mesh. First super secret long version talk time of 2020. What's going on, y'all? There's something under my refrigerator. I know that sounds like the title of a Goosebumps book, but there's something under my refrigerator. The dog is freaking out. He doesn't know what it is. He wants it dead, or he wants to play with it, or he wants to mate with it. I don't know. There's something underneath there. I'm assuming it's a mouse. It's like it's making all these stupid sounds. He's freaking out. I'm exhausted because I've been up since 4 and it's like 6 now, and I went all over the place with my mom. It's been a day. It wasn't like an exhausting day, it's been a long day. And I was determined to get this new setup done today. And I really needed my mom's help, but we went to go eat lunch, and our 20-minute lunch turned into an hour lunch because the people where we go were just like slammed. So she helped me a little bit, and then I had to do, like, the stuff she helped me with was the stuff I could have done by myself. The stuff I had to do by myself was the stuff I definitely needed help with. But it's done now. I've already shot some test footage. It is looking pretty good. My sister helped me build, well, I designed this new structure. I know you can't see it, it's like a PVC cage. The camera's here, there's lights here, here, and here. It's attached to the table. I designed it. My sister cut it out because I didn't have a miter box. I didn't realize Carl had 7 of them in the shed. But it is so much sturdier than my last one. Like, remember when I would do stuff on the table, like the camera would shake? Like, I'm shaking the table now and you can barely see anything moving, so I'm excited about it. And there's enough room now. Like, this is from here to here, I have like 40 inches, whereas before I had like no inches. And this table is not as wide as the other one, but it's 14 feet long. So I'm at one end, and then I have all of that, which is mostly stuff that needs to be put away. But yeah, I am working on getting this space in order. My old table is going to become a shipping station. We got a lot of things going on, y'all. So since this is the first video, what do y'all think about the intro? I don't know that I'm going to keep it. Like, I like it. I wanted something new. It's not as cool as the other one. I definitely want a new background music. Like, I was tired of that other background music. So we'll see. And please, guys, tell me what you guys did during Christmas. If you got any fun crafty things. Did anybody get a maker? Let me know. Did anybody get gift cards to Craft Outlet or Michael's or Hobby Lobby or someplace like that? What did y'all eat? Where did you go? Hopefully you stayed home. It's hard though, isn't it hard to be like, oh, you know, we go to grandma's every year, but we can't this year, or we shouldn't this year, and ugh. I'm going by my mom's. I was filming this and I was like, should I pretend like Christmas already happened? And then I was like, nope, just to be honest with them that you are on your vacation and you're working. They deserve the truth. Alright, so this is my last tie right here. And there are 18 total. 6 sections, 3 in each. And what if we just left it? What if we just left it like this? Like, this is just going to be our wreath. Alright, so I am putting these back where they go. And then I will take this bag of pipe cleaners and put them with the pipe cleaners, because that's another thing we're doing now. We're staying organized. Okay. This is jute poly mesh. It is just mesh with a little burlap or jute or whatever it is, and then like a little line of white. It's going with this, which is left over from Christmas, but it's red, so, you know. My garbage can is all the way on the other side of the room. With my cable ties. I grabbed the cable ties. The cable ties that are holding this whole situation together. These are 8-inch. You don't need the 8-inch ones. You don't need the hyper tough ones. These are good down to -40. Wow. I don't know why that's necessary to know, but yeah. So, poof method is like your most traditional way of making a Deco mesh wreath. Like, if you've seen a Deco mesh wreath and you're like, I don't know what that is, it's probably the poof method. It's very popular. I'm going to... These always smell like diesel. I'm going to move that up there a little bit. I'm gonna start just by scrunching this up. I'm gonna start on the outside and put this in my first tie. Wait, did I do that right? That's not normally how I do it. It doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna add a zip tie right here just to hold everything in. I usually zip tie and then skip the first one, but there we go. And this is just a little added security because when I used to make these, when I was working for a florist, every time I made a wreath, I would cut it at the end when I was done, and this would eventually like unravel all over the place. And always leave these pointing up. You don't want the cut part scratching someone's door. Okay, so I'm gonna go to from 20, I need 10-inch poofs. Actually, I think I'm gonna do 12-inch poofs because that'll give me, if you do 10-inch poofs, you're gonna have some left over. I don't want mesh left over. I wanna know that I bought this for $5 and I used all $5 of it in the wreath. Like I don't know what to do with these scraps. I don't like that. So I'm gonna measure from it's too late for me to try to figure out how to do math. I'm gonna measure from 0 to 12 right here. Pinch, put this in here, and again, just 2 twists. 1, 2. Do this all the way around. When we finish the outside, we're going to jump to the inside and I'll come back and show you how that's done. And you can fluff these out as you go. It depends on my mood, you know. See, there's something out of the refrigerator. He can't get to the kitchen right now because there's a baby gate down. We had a, I know I talked about this in a tragedy of a live I did. I was like, what am I even doing? I don't know what's going on. He had to go to the vet. He woke up, I mean, he had been throwing up for like a day or two, and I was just like, he's either not eating or he's eating too fast, which is not, he never eats. Like, this is the only dog I've had for 5 years. I've seen him drink water like 3 times. He never eats. He was sick. He was throwing up. Tuesday morning before Thanksgiving, I woke up and normally he, you know, as soon as he feels me waking up, he like jumps out of bed and he's like, let's get the day started. It's 2:30 in the morning. And I'm like, no, not really. But he didn't get up. And then like I pulled back the covers and he kind of stuck his head out and I was like, what's wrong? You tired? And he just looked terrible. Like just like dull, like not wagging. I mean, he was wagging his tail a little bit because he can't help that. That's just who he is. But looked really bad. I went and got my sister because I was like, I need you to come over here and confirm that the dog looks really bad and that he's acting weird. Because he like, I went to go take him OUT and he was just like barely moving and I was like, oh my god, I can't handle this. I can't handle this. So my sister came over, she's like, he doesn't seem that excited to see me like he normally would, and I was like, yeah. So I called the vet. My mom was off. I called my mom. I was like, you have to come to the vet with me. Like, I can't do it by myself. Turns out he had developed pancreatitis. They were like, did he get into anything? I was like, no. I was like, this dog, like, if I had a child, this dog would still probably be treated better than the child. Like, first of all, there's nothing in my house to get into because I don't ever eat anything. He doesn't, like, he's never outside unsupervised. I don't know. So she says, you know, well, we're going to give him some fluids. We're going to, you know, give him some nauseous stuff to keep him throwing up. And I'm like, do whatever. I don't care. I was like, I'm an international social media influencer. Money is no object. So when she gave me the bill for $800, I was like, oh, that stuff about me being an influencer? No, that was fake news. So he had to stay overnight. It was $800 for blood work and x-rays and all that good stuff. Fluids, nausea medication, this, that, and the other thing. Hold on. Okay, so this is where we started. I'm going to do my next poof, and it's going to end right there. Maybe if I can find the other side of them. This is like, I love matching my hands are hurting today. I love matching my pipe cleaners to my mesh, but sometimes it's like, I can't see anything. So now, I am just going to jump from here to here. Normally, I would come up, zip tie, but I'm putting mesh on top of this. This is just a base, it doesn't matter. So now I'm measuring, we're on the outside. I'm gonna measure the 12 inches. And I'm gonna jump to the closest one on the inside, which is right here. And this one will not be as tall as the rest of them, but we'll put a bow there. Let's see, let me just fluff this out so you can see. I mean, you can't really tell a difference. And especially once we get the rest of the mesh on there, you'll be like, wait, what? So see? Not much difference. So I'm going to go around and then I'll show you how to end when we get back there. So he spends the night Tuesday, he comes home Wednesday with some special food. He is like not into it. Like it's, I think it was called ID. Was it Science Diet or something? I don't know. No, it wasn't Science Diet, it was something else. Some kind of bougie dog food that was $6 a can or something like that. He's not into it. So I'm like, okay. And he hasn't made his poops. And I'm like, okay. And he hasn't had anything to drink. And I'm like, okay, well, that's nothing new. Like, I wasn't worried about that. So Wednesday night comes and goes. He's fine. Fine all day. Thursday, I went by my mom's. I came home and he ate. What did he eat? He ate a little bit of the canned food just because I think he was like, all right, I guess I'm not getting anything else. Gave him that. And then Friday, I was like, do you want some plain chicken? Because the vet was like, hey, try to give him some plain chicken. And I always have just like poached chicken that I do in the Instapot. Gave him that and he started throwing up everywhere again. So we went back to the vet and I said, I'm a social media influencer. Money is no object. So they took x-rays to make sure he didn't have an obstruction. Excuse me. Y'all didn't even know that was it, did y'all? No, you probably did. Took x-rays, make sure he doesn't have an obstruction. Give him a a shot, give him a big lump of fluids underneath his skin. Money is no object. $300. And I was like, I'm like super upset about it. My mom's with me again on Friday, and she's like, don't worry about it. It's just money. And I was like, spoken like somebody who has money, which she doesn't have money. I don't have money. I don't think anybody just randomly has, well, I mean, I'm sure some people do, but it's like $1,100 in 2 days. So he came back. He was throwing up a little bit on Saturday morning, but it was because he hadn't eaten. Like, it was just that kind of like, hey, I haven't eaten, throw up. And we tried a different food. He seemed to like it. And I have slowly transitioned him back to a dry food. It's Hill's Science Diet, sensitive stomach and skin. This is where we came up. So I need one more right here, because this is where we're gonna end. Do I need it? Is that what I usually do? I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this off, giving myself. Why are these scissors taped shut? That was my stomach, not my burping. That was my burping. Where are my good scissors? Alright, now I'm going to take this part, push it to the back, this over, grab another zip tie, and tie this down to whatever's closest. What is going on? I have none of my tools over here. I was so excited to film, I just like didn't bring anything over. Okay, so this is our base of poofs. If you made this with a 21-inch mesh, this would be more than enough to start a wreath. Or even if you did this with like a really like full coverage mesh, you know, something with a lot of metallic in it, a lot of whatever, like this is a thin mesh. It might be enough depending on what else you're going to put in it to make a wreath. But we, of course, are going to add another roll of mesh to this because this is how we do it. Yeah, just go through, pull everything open. This is going to be kind of like a rustic Valentine's Day wreath, even though it has metallic wood in it. I have a sign for it that I've been cleaning up this room. I've found the sign like 10 times, and now that I'm actually making the wreath, no idea where the sign is. Yeah, and both these meshes are from Craft Outlet. My pipe cleaners are from Hobby Lobby only because Craft Outlet has been out of them for like 8 months. I remember trying to order them like in March. They were like out of stock, and they never either came in stock and went out real quick, or they never did come back. So this is our base. I'm going to grab my all my tools apparently. See, and I still have a lot left over, but I also have 2 other rolls of this left over, so I'll figure out something to do with it. It should be enough to make the base for another wreath. Oh, can I reach on? Oh, I'm gonna have to get up. Okay. know, is there somewhere I can put this wreath instead of like, can I just like put it here and then not have anywhere to work? No, maybe I should just put it right here. Look at that. Y'all don't even know how proud I am of this setup. Not only because it took me a preposterous amount of time to clean this table all up and then get this thing made, do all this, do all that, but it's so nice. Okay. This is jute poly mesh again. It's got wide and thin stripes of metallic. It feels so weird to be making a wreath again. It's been... The last wreath I made was the flocked wreath, which I don't know when I made that. It's coming out like the Monday before Christmas. But yeah, I'm going to grab something heavy, which in this case is my hammer. And here's my rotary cutter. And I want 20 inches, but I'm going to cut from like 2, because I don't like cutting on the edge. I want 20 inches. If I cut them at 20 inches, I'm never going to have enough, like every single time. So, I want them like 19. So we'll cut to 21. Is that right? Yeah. 21 minus 2 is 19. This is not my regular rotary cutter. I'm just realizing that. So this is a 20-inch piece, and we're just going to do, when we go to put it in the wreath, we're just going to curl these up, put them in there, and then just going to make little things like that. And look, I can put them off to the side. They won't be falling all over the place. Why do I feel like I should be cutting? How do I normally cut, y'all? Yeah, I don't cut that way. That's why I'm like... Okay. Yes, here we go. All right. I told y'all it's been a while. Look at that. And I'm trying to get 19 to 20. Some of them are going to be 18, some of them are going to be 21. I am giving up on being extra precise in this phase of my life. You can't even see the pile of stuff over there, y'all. Oh my god, y'all are just like, y'all are so impressed. Although somebody's out there like, oh, congratulations, you cleaned the table. Let me tell y'all, oh, get over there. They don't know that the entire table's not cleaned yet. This is my long arm table that I used to quilt at. So technically, I guess it's a $10,000 table. Well, maybe not the table. The sewing machine head at the other end is what makes it $10,000. But it was just like a landing zone. There was so much stuff. I had Christmas in 15 different places. I've started to condense all that down. I'm consolidating my storage into everything is going to be in clear totes. So I know when I look at a container, okay, I can see that's Christmas. I can see that's green ornaments. And it is very hard work. I hope to be done with it by the time I'm posting videos again, which is today, January 11th, I think. I don't know if I'm going to last that long without posting videos. We'll see. falling on the floor. This is amazing. Oh, that's like a little messed up spot right there. I wish I had my garbage can with me. Oh God, my lies are unraveling now because everything's falling over. Oh, but you can't see it. Okay, good. Never mind, everything's fine. I missed you guys. I was talking to my therapist and I was like, I don't know. It's just like, I've been having like a really tough time. I'll tell you why after, you know, we get back into story time. And I was like, I just miss my friends. And he's like, why don't you visit them? And I was like, no, not my real friends. Gross. I don't want to see them. I said, I miss my YouTube friends. And he's like, can't you talk to them? And I was like, no, I miss like talking to them while I'm making a video. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, well, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I was like, listen, I'm a social media influencer. Money's no object. Here's a pecan pie. I bring my therapist a pecan pie every Thanksgiving. Before he had a kid, he used to do like a Friendsgiving thing, you know, like, I mean, I don't have to explain a Friendsgiving to you guys, but I think they said he was just gonna stay home, and I was like, and he's diabetic, I was like, don't eat that pie, don't eat that whole pie. All right, I'm just gonna leave this on here because this is not enough, but we should have 18 pieces over there. A garbage bag like right out of reach that I cannot reach, but it's okay. Alright, here's our wreath again. Can we zoom out a little? I know I can zoom out, I don't really want to. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Alright, so this is our base. These are our 20-inch pieces. Can you go right there? I'm not pushing you off the screen, all I'm gonna do is roll this a little bit, roll this a little bit, pinch it to ruffle it up in the middle, and then I am gonna go, I never know, I think we're gonna go curl side down. So this is where we pinched, and this is where we're going. Tension 1, 2. See? And honestly, I sit back, I do these against my chest, against my stomach, whatever. Just to make it a little easier. I used to make like bundles and everything. Y'all, let me tell you something. I got time for stuff. That ain't it. That ain't one of them. So now we worry less about how we're doing things and worry that we're getting it done. So I'm going to go around, and every pipe cleaner is going to get, can you kind of like, I can just kind of turn this in the air, and then I do, I guess I could figure out how to like ruffle it a little, but that's giving up kind of a lot of control for me. So yeah, every pipe cleaner gets a, I don't know if it's a cruffle or a woodland ruffle. That's what I should have done while I was on vacation for those 2.5 weeks when I didn't film anything. I should have educated myself on what the difference is. Alright, I'm gonna go all the way around, and I will meet you when we're done. So, dog is better. This is like by Saturday he's better. I go off with my mom. Everything's okay. I wake up Saturday and I'm like, don't really feel great. Don't feel so good. And I think I ate breakfast. I don't know. I know I had fries left over from my Saturday lunch with my mom, and I was gonna make like a, fry the omelet, fry up the French fries that were left over, make me like an omelet. Whatever I ate did not stay down. That is not uncommon for me because of my bypass. Like sometimes it just don't stay down. So I talked to my mom and she's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "I don't know." I said, I kind of threw up this morning." And she's like, why? Why are you telling me that? Like, you throw up constantly. And I was like, yeah, I feel like nauseous. I said, I feel a little nauseous, which I don't usually feel when I throw up from eating too much or too fast or the wrong thing. I was like, no, I definitely have like a feeling. And then later on that day, I get sick again, but not with throw up. Y'all, not with throw up. I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all are imaginative, y'all are creative, y'all know what I'm talking about. That happens about 17 times. So when I talked to my mom again, she's like, well, have you taken anything? And I was like, of course I've taken stuff. I was like, I've taken like everything that I can, everything I'm supposed to. Some stuff I'm probably not supposed to mix with the stuff I'm taking. I said I can feel myself, like, because I dehydrate extremely easily. I said between throwing up and other stuff, I am... Where is the other side of this? Where are you? I was like, I know I'm getting dehydrated. So she's like, well, just drink your Powerade. She's like, do you have Powerade? And I was like, no. She's like, well, go get some Powerade. And I was like, I can't leave the house. Like, I can barely leave the hallway. So I had some water. I had some like electrolyte drink mix. So I made that. Monday, get up, still not feeling great. Go off with my sister. We go do some stuff. I come home and I just kind of spend the rest of the day either being sick or laying in bed, not eating anything. And then Tuesday, I can't even get out of bed. Like, I'm like, this is not good. I said, and all I could think of was, it has been all this time. This VACCINE seems like it's actually going to happen, and I have finally caught this thing. And I had a test scheduled for Wednesday at CVS because my sister was like coughing and stuff, and I don't know that I trust her to, like, I know she washes her hands and stuff, but I don't trust her husband at all. So I was talking to my mom Tuesday night, and she's like, are you any better? And I was like, no. I said, I'm like, my muscles are hurting because I'm dehydrated. I said, I don't feel good. And she's like, do you want to go to the emergency room? And I was like, no, absolutely not. Because it was like 6 o'clock at this point. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna like if God decides to take me in the night, I'm just gonna let that happen, because honestly, I would prefer that. I would prefer my obituary to read, local man dies of non-stop week-long diarrhea, instead of going to the emergency room. Even if they take me in the back immediately, like, no. So she's like, okay. So she's off on Wednesday. I wake up early, and I'm like, okay, everything hurts now. To the point where my back is cramping, my stomach is cramping, like not my intestine, the stomach, like my abdomen muscles are like cramping. My arms hurt. I have like shortness of breath. Didn't sleep well. So I get in the car, drive to the emergency room, and on the way there, I know she's up, so I call her and I'm like, hey. Oh no, she was at work. I said, I'm going to the emergency room, and she's like, now? And I was like, yes, because it is 5 o'clock in the morning. That's 2 hours until their shift change. All the people that were in there for drugs the night before have now gotten what they needed and gone home and gotten high and fallen asleep. So I got there, went straight from checking in into triage. Went from triage straight into a bed. And, you know, I came in the doctor was like, well, what's going on? And I was like, this. I'm dehydrated. I have this. And he's like, well, let's get some blood. Let's start you on some fluids. We'll give you some stuff to help you from throwing up. And we'll get you some pain medicine. And I was like, because I don't take, like, Tylenol. That's about it. I don't like feeling drugged. I don't like feeling, like, drowsiness. That's, like, if I feel drowsy, that is, like, the number one way for me to have a panic attack. Like, if you're ever like, how do we get Adam a panic attack? Like, just slip me a Benadryl. I'll be like, I feel drowsy, I'm dying. So the nurse comes in and she's like, we have your ondansetron or whatever it's called, your Zofran, and he ordered some pain reliever, and I was like, what is it? And all I've told them is that my stomach, like, I was like, my stomach doesn't hurt, the intestine doesn't hurt, the organ doesn't hurt. I said, I have cramps in my stomach from throwing up, from being dehydrated, from just, I always have, like, muscle cramps in my stomach. I have muscle cramps everywhere. She's like, yeah, it's Demerol. And I was like, are you kidding me? You're giving me Demerol for, like, a muscle ache? I said, no. She said, excuse me? I said, I'm not taking that. I was like, is that gonna make me drowsy? She's like, it might have that effect. I was like, no. I said, nope. I said, I have to drive home. My mom has to go back to work. No. So they gave me the Zofran. I got the fluids. They changed shifts. So another doctor came in. She's like, hey buddy, how you doing? Like, she was so nice. And I was like, I'm okay, I'm tired. She's like, there's a bug going around. And I was like, is it the big bug? And she's like, no. She's like, it's just, you know, a lot of people have this stomach flu that's going around, viral gastrointestinitis, whatever. She said you need to not eat. You need to stay hydrated. Drink tea, drink Powerade, do this, do that. And rest. And I was like, oh, I'm so tired of resting. Because, like, I don't do that. Like, if somebody's like, rest, I'm like, whoa, what am I supposed to do while I'm resting? And my laptop's broken, so, like, I had that added stress, but my laptop fan is messed up, so she's like, all right, we're gonna let that drip and we're gonna get your discharge paper started. So while I'm waiting, like, the thing's still dripping, I'm still getting just the fluids. The nurse comes in and he's like, hey, we're just gonna swab you real quick to do the test for the thing we're not supposed to say on YouTube. I don't know if we can say it now. I'm not risking it. I need $1,100 to pay for this damn dog. So he's like, have you had a test before? And I was like, no. He's like, you haven't had a test? Like, he was like, you've never been tested? I was like, it's not like it's a, you know, like an STD or an STI or, you know, whatever. I was like, no, I've never been tested. He's like, oh. He's like, well, some people find it uncomfortable. And I was like, what are you gonna do? He's like, we're doing the rapid test. We're gonna swab the inside of your nose, go around for 15 seconds, and then do the other nostril. And I was like, okay. And I was like, is this the, you know, like, are y'all gonna, like, email me or, like, update my chart? He's like, no, we'll know in a couple of minutes. We know the same day. And I was like, oh, okay. he does it. He swabs my nose, and I like, he's doing it. I'm like, oh my God, I have to sneeze. Don't sneeze, because this entire swab is gonna go up into my brain and kill me. So as soon as he pulls the swab out, I push my face mask back up and I sneeze. And I'm like, oh my God. Ugh. He walks out of the room, and my mom's like, how was it? I was like, oh, it's annoying. I was like, that was, I mean, it didn't hurt. It was just uncomfortable because there's literally a cotton swab like in your brain. He comes in like 2 minutes later. He's like, you don't have it. You're negative. And I was like, ha. I was like, what? So I texted Michelle after I was home, and I was like, I had to get the COVID test, and I was like, I sent her the results that said negative. She's like, how did you manage to get a result that quickly? She said, you have to pay like so much money where she's at to get like the rapid result test. I was like, I don't know. I just went into the emergency room, and she's like, well, you're like VIP there. And I was like, well, that is true. But I didn't have the thing. So I left the hospital, went to Walmart, and bought all the Powerade and broth and a box of saltines. And for the next couple days, that is what I ate. And I gave myself permission to rest, which was amazing. When you're like, hey, Adam, listen, you don't need to film any videos. All your videos for December are done. Because this is like, I think this is the week after Thanksgiving. I don't know what days those were. I was like, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to edit anything. You can respond to some comments if you want. There's nothing for you to do. So I laid in bed. My computer overheated repeatedly. I didn't let it stress me out. And now I'm better. Kinda. I still feel like I'm still going to bed at like 9 o'clock, but whatever. There's no problem with me getting up at 4 in the morning. The dog likes it because he's like, oh, I get to eat breakfast. All right, so this is my last Cruffle Woodland Ruffle thing. I think it's my last. No, I have 2 more. No, I have 1 more. I must be getting better at cutting because I do feel like I feel like there's too much white somewhere up in here, and I might be missing one, but I have what's left on that roll, which is admittedly just like a couple of inches. But I also, oh no, here's the other one. I was like, I also have a whole nother piece, but it goes right there. All right, I was like proud of myself for a second. I watched the Princess, Christmas Prince, all 3 of them, each one dumber than the last. I watched the Princess Switch, ridiculous. I watched a bunch of Christmas movies while I was sick, and then I was just like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. Pull it down. 1, 2. This still feels a little. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back and make sure that the poofs are up in between these. Like, see, this needs to come up a little bit like that. And this needs, I like them going, not going out. That's personal preference, though. I've never been like, oh, it makes such a difference to have them go this way or that way. Something with that feels weird, but I think it's okay. So that's it inside. The outside looking pretty good. I was going to use just the plain jute for this, but I was like, let me throw some white in there because I have it. You go up there and you come up here. There we go. Yeah, I like the way that looks. It definitely reads, it's reading more Valentine to me now than actual Christmas, which is not Christmas mesh. I mean, it's just, I ordered it for Christmas and didn't end up using it. This is up. Pull this up. Open it out some. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's our, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get in there. Hey, I told you something was wrong over here. Okay, there's our Deco mesh base done. And now we have to, well, I'll show you the stuff that's going in it, but I think the box disappeared. No, here we go. I have this thing, and a bow, and ribbon tails, and the sign whenever I find it. The sign somewhere, like I can sense it, like using my Jedi senses. Like it's definitely somewhere, I just don't know where. So this is where I think I'm gonna like, let's see what this looks like. See, like I'm ready for bed, but I still gotta clean up. This is kind of sad. But yeah. So I might like, I don't know, I hate cutting like, because they say like, oh, this is 15 inches, but it's literally like 4 inches and then 11 inches of a stem. So this will go in here. I have some other, is it in this box? I've started like project boxes. Okay, I have something else to go in there. I just don't know where they're at because they're not in the project box. But yeah, I will pick this up tomorrow. I am going to go rest and sleep and nap and whatever. Alright guys, I will pick this back up in the morning. Alright, it is the next day. I have slept. I found out what was underneath the refrigerator. It was a mouse. That was on his way out. And when I got him from underneath the refrigerator, he was like, just kind of barely rolling around. The dog was trying to eat him. It was the whole thing. Okay, so enough of that. Forever. I hate mice. I still don't know what I'm doing with this. I know I have to make a bow. I cannot find my sign. Let me tell y'all, when I looked everywhere for this sign, if I told you how many times I picked it up throughout the last year, and I was like, oh look, this is a piece of wood, and then I picked it up and I was like, oh no, it's a sign. Because I kept thinking it was like a piece of, like the slabs of wood. But no, it was always just a sign, and now the sign is gone. Look how much glitter this has on it, what was going on. Okay, should we zoom in? Should we try the zooming? Alright, this is my easy bow maker. These are my ribbons. They're all kind of different shades of red, which I feel like if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just like go for it. Like this is a cranberry, this is a dark red, this is like, I have a little bit of this. I have this, that's definitely Christmas, but who cares? I have a burlap with white dot. And you can't see any of those, and a stripe. So there they are, and here's me zooming back out again because we can all see where this is going, what I'm doing, so that nobody can see anything. So I think obviously the thing to do is to start with the big. table's clearly not level. And then I have very little of this, so I guess this is going to be the top. This is velvet. Everything else is canvas, I think. So yeah. I'm going to start at 6. And start at 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4. 6, 5, 5. Yeah, I'll start at 7. And you think I would have pulled over the garbage can, but no, I didn't. So this is, what is this, 4 inches? This doesn't look 4 inches, huh? I mean, it is. I have my spool holder off to the side. And we're making this at 7, so let's do about an 8-inch tail. Actually, I'm going to pull that out a little bit more just so I can cut that thing off. Turning it. Side a little longer, just because I want these to go up and I'm going to have this side come down. Now I'm just going to repeat that, going down a little bit each time. This is all hot. Like, I'm like, why is it so hot? Frying pan and a glue gun, and they're both like, I like this ribbon. They're both so precariously like looking at me weird. Alright, so we said 6, yeah. And since I started over here last time, I'm starting over here this time. The last couple of those I made, I did them all by hand. Which, depending on how this goes, we might be going back to that. This is just a terry bow, maybe? Okay, so we're just going to follow that all the way through. I'm going to do the next one at 6, the next 2 at 5, and then the last one at 4. Alright, this one's from Joann's. So yeah, the dog, I got up this morning, fed the dog, took him out, fed him, and I'm fixing breakfast, and he like goes to the refrigerator again. He's got his nose like all the way underneath and his butt's up in the air, and I was like, oh my god, business. If there was something there yesterday, it's definitely not still there today. And then he jumped back, and I was like, what was that? So he like jumped back, and I go to look, and I see like a little head, like the little nose sticking out, and I was like, ugh. I was like, it's a dead mouse. So he's like trying to get at it. I put him in his kennel, and I grab a what was it, dowel rod? It was something. Grab a dowel rod and reached it underneath the stove to kind of pry him out, and he comes out and he's like not okay. I don't know if it, I think there's like a thing of bait underneath my sink that he might have gotten into, or when I was poking around underneath there yesterday, maybe I injured him in some way. I don't know. All I know is I was like, oh my god. And I said, I'm not, it's 5:30 in the morning. So it's too early for me to kill something. And I was like, I can't do that anyway. So I took him outside and let him go in the lot next door. I don't think he's gonna make it. But at least he's not in the house. I might be wasting a little bit of ribbon with this, but we're trying new things, I guess. So yeah, mouse in the house. Another creature was stirring, whatever. He's gone now. I keep waking up at 4 in the morning. I guess because when I was sick, which I'm still not 100%. Look how wrinkled this ribbon is. From Dollar General, I expect more for $2 for ribbon. When I wasn't feeling good, I was going to bed really early, and I'm still, like, even though I stayed up, I keep trying to stay up like a little later, so it won't be me getting up at 4, but I can't help it. And every time I wake up, I'm like, just go back to sleep, just go back to sleep. And today I was like, nope, I gotta get up and I gotta find that sign. But I got up, feeling much better. Can you give me a real twist? Thank you. Feeling much better today. Still a little, I guess, sluggish. Like, I never pop out of bed in the morning. I like to, you know, lay there and catch up on comments, catch up on YouTube, whatever. But since I got sick, I was just like, oof. Then I got up, fed the dog, dealt with the mouse, and had leftover fries from lunch yesterday, so I microwaved them real quick and then fried them up crispy and then threw in a sausage patty that I cut up and scrambled it with some eggs. And when I sat down to eat it, I was like, this is so much breakfast. It's a Wednesday. This is like a weekend breakfast. This is a definitely. Oh, these are supposed to be shorter. Okay, yeah. I was like, these definitely don't match, but this is supposed to be 5 inches, which is what it's at. Yeah, that's my day so far, and it is 7-11. Oh wait, did I have a video come out today, y'all? Oh yeah, how to make the easiest all ornament wreath using a $3 evergreen base from Walmart. No comments yet. Okay. I made that while I was talking to my therapist. I was like, listen, I'm filming you. Y'all have already seen this in the video, but I was like, I'm filming you. And he's like, I was like, don't worry, you're not actually gonna be in the video. I said, I'm just filming you while I'm working. This is kind of like a pretty bow combo, huh? Because I will use any excuse to get velvet into anything. Some left. I kind of worry about putting that on up, but it should be okay. I'm just gonna do this one. Not really by hand because, well, I mean, I guess it is by hand. Oh, look at that. I really overestimated how much was on there. I just did that because it's easier than moving all of this to try to see where I'm going. So the short one's here. This needs to go here. But like this, I think. Right? I seem to have forgotten what to do next. Cable tie, that's right. Gotta get the whole stack here. These are like really heavy duty cable ties to be putting bows together, but I'm going to move this over where all these creases are. Make sure it's in the back. Slip a pipe cleaner in. And I'm going to tighten it, but not all the way. Anybody watch the Selena series on Netflix? I started watching the first episode because I like the girl from The Walking Dead, who I'm pretty sure she plays Selena, but her wig is so bad I can't tell. But I got like, I was like, this is gonna be so good, and then I got like, 5 minutes into it and I was like, this isn't for me. I think it might behoove. Ow! Wow, that's sharp. Look how sharp that is. Why would I do that? I think I'm gonna stick this on my wreath, so I have a place to fluff it out. And ideally, I wanted the bow there. Ideally, I wanted the bow up here, my sign right here, and then stuff around, but I cannot find the sign. So I think I'm still gonna put the bow here, and then I'll just figure something out. feel like doing something today. I don't know what that means exactly, but I feel like it's a do something kind of day. I'm only gonna give that a couple twists because... And there goes my bow maker. I don't know why this ribbon is like next in line, but it's all the way at the bottom. Okay, so what actually is next? Is it this one? Before we attempt to fluff. And you go here, and you come here. Yes. That means you go here, and you come here. Yes. And then you are here. This bow is too, it's sitting too much to the outside. I can tell that already, so we're gonna have to move that. Here, you up here, you over here. Okay. So see how it's sitting? I have to flip this around when I do the editing, but it's sitting... Is it though? Yeah, I want it to come down a little bit, which might just be... will be trimmed later. Why does this center look so weird? Because it is. I think this white is too bright for the center, but yeah, so that'll be our bow. Our longer streamers will be down here. Actually, this one goes up, I think, somewhere. Alright, so I have a bunch of signs like this, they're not supposed to be covered in glitter, but they are. But they're all about this size. And this works. Don't we think this works? And then I can put one heart. Put my big heart up there, maybe. This is like a hinged sign. And how do I want to put this in here? I definitely want to. I haven't cut my pipe cleaners yet because I don't know. I'm probably not going to go back and add more ribbon to this. Do you think somebody had to assemble these little bitty screws in here? Well, if they did do a very good job. I think that instead of staple gun, because that is not gonna, this is not thick enough, we are going to take some ribbon. Better place for my glue gun. It's literally just like hanging here. Oh, that kind of worked. Hello, glue pot, my old friend. My glue pot was probably like, you haven't plugged me in like 2 weeks. What's going on? Is everything okay? Everything's fine. Well, it wasn't, but it is now. Pushing that down, the metal will act as kind of like a heat sink, so the glue will dry quicker. I guess. Let's figure out where we're gonna put this. Alright, if the sign goes, you come back. That bow is like, that's gonna be one of those where I have to stand up and like climb on top of something. This will go here. I like this up here, I think. This here. This is like not on here very well. Nothing a little straight pin won't fix. See, I don't know where I want this. What do you guys think? Send me feedback from the future. I don't know. Let's get the sign on. Are we cool? We good? It's on there. Alright, so I'm making sure that I'm going through some of the mesh, because if you completely skip over the mesh, you're going to have a sign that's just kind of smashed. And I want it secure, but I don't want it smashed. Is it just me, or I'm having like pretty good luck getting these pipe cleaners through the mesh today? This needs to, I don't know why I didn't tuck that in earlier. That needs to go underneath there. And this one needs to go inside of there. Oh my god, this poor bow. Let me at least cut this because it's got tape on it. That's driving me crazy. This is sitting a little lopsided, so I'm just gonna try, yeah, that's better. Just moving some of the mesh around underneath it to get it sitting straight. What is wrong with this poor bow? Right, it is sinking in, which is part of the problem, so I am going to, where would be a good spot? Maybe here. I'm going to put it on top of this little curl we already have there, so it'll be forced upwards, because it's on top of the base layer and then it's on top of the curl too. I'm not going to pull it too tight because I don't want it to sink in. Okay, I think now it just needs to be fluffed and maybe trimmed. I mean, I thought this was a good idea to maybe keep some of them along, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, that just looks dumb. So let's trim it. Stick with what you know. Are you all still trying to think about where that heart's going? So I've lost a little bit of ribbon. I mean, but I am definitely gonna go back through with a lighter to touch that up because it is very loosely woven. I shipped so many wreaths last week. I was at Walgreens like every other day dropping off for FedEx. My friend Kyle, she moved into I did the live stream about her, she moved into a new house and she was like, can you make me a double door wreath? And she literally messaged me the day that I had just finished packing up all my Christmas stuff and I was like, yes! And the woman at my doctor's office wanted me to make her a garland. And she's like, I have the stuff. And I was like, Because not that this would have happened with her, but usually when somebody says that, they mean I have the stuff, the quality of which doesn't matter. Because I know it's probably not something super nice. Like it's probably a Walmart garland or a Home Depot garland, something like that. That's fine. But when someone supplies you with a part of the materials, they want to, is that even cut? Yeah, it's just a little bent. Doesn't that bow look much better now? This still needs to be a little bit shorter. They definitely want a price that reflects that. And it doesn't matter if you get the materials or I get the materials, I still have to put this together, so the price doesn't really change that much. You know, I still have to do the same amount of work. And, you know, some people get that and they're like, oh no, of course. And then some people are just like, well, like I had somebody tell me they wanted a quilt. And I was like, yeah, sure. I don't do custom quilts because I'm not making some baby nursery stuff with teddy bears and all of that on there. I said, I will make you a quilt depending on what colors you want and what kind of, you know, what the general theme is. But, no, like that's not how I worked. And the reply was, well, I'll get the fabric I want, but I'm not paying $300 for a quilt. And I was like, so, for me to understand, you're gonna buy the fabric you want. Okay, so I get the materials, which when it comes to making quilts, materials are nothing. They are nothing compared to the ironing, the cutting, the piecing, the ironing again, the piecing again, the piecing the top together, the basting the quilt, the quilting the quilt, and then all the hand-done binding. So I was like, you know what? If you're not willing, I don't care if you buy the fabric. If you're not willing, like, I don't work for free. So you can expect to pay upwards of $500 for the quilt, or you can maybe get lucky at Goodwill. Because I would not go into your place of work and say, hey, I really need an MRI, but I'm not paying $2,000 for it. I don't know how much an MRI costs. Where does this go, y'all? Y'all are killing me. I think it goes out here. But like up more? I need to make sure this will fit in a box. That's like my new thing now that I'm like actually selling more wreaths. I'm like, I need to make sure this will fit in a box. Goes this way, the sign's straight. Goes this way. Should this be this way? Should it come out like over here? I don't know. This might not work. But like, what else am I going to use that for? I'm not planning on making a ton of Christmas wreaths. This is a novelty garland. Is this Dollar General? Yeah. I got it after whatever. And it's just like ticking and burlap. Maybe the move here is to see, but they give you like 3. I think there's 5 hearts on here, and 3 of them are burlap, and 2 of them are the ticking. So, like, give me the ticking. I don't want the burlap. I think I got this for like, it's probably 50% off, so maybe $1.25. Well, I guess the good news about not using the heart is I have more signs like this that are kind of rustic-y, and I might find the other sign. You all disconnected now? Yes. Okay. So maybe I can make another kind of rustic, I almost said rustic vampire. Another rustic vampire wreath. You're like a farmhouse vampire. Alright, so I need to choose these carefully because I only have 2 of them. I mean, I'm going to stick the burlap ones in there too, but where do you... I kind of feel like one of you wants to be up here. Which... I don't really want to use my glue gun, but I will. Okay, my glue gun does not really want to work. What's going on? Oh, is there a giant blob? Oh, there we go. And then this part that is blobbed up will go in the pot. Okay. Crisis averted. I just feel like I can't dip these into... Where do I want this? I want this like here because I want it to... I don't know how that glue from the glue gun is so much hotter than the glue from the freaking frying pan. And let's balance it down here with maybe here. Yeah, that's cute. Since I'm cutting this one off, I'm going to give it a little extra twist. Man, that was hot. You know what, can I borrow the end of you? I know you didn't get to go in the Wreath, but you'll serve a greater purpose. Well, not really, I'm just using you as a glue handle thing, because my pop stick, my lollipop stick is definitely melted inside of the glue. I might want to put just a little bit right there to just attach it down some. This is cute. I mean, that bow definitely looks like somebody sat on it, but you know. my God. Oh my God, why did I take that week and a half off when I was dying and the dog was dying? Why are you so hot? I kind of feel like I should have wired those in because they are just kind of sticking up all over the place, huh? Is that going to be cute or is that going to be too much? Well, you know what I say. Too much is usually just enough. And it might make me like this bow a little bit more. Okay, so you're there, you're there, you're there, because after you go in, I'm not going to be able to move you guys around. Yes, I like that already. I like that better already. Alright, and one more to go. Because I have 2 of each. Maybe I'll put this one like in here. This time I'm going to put some on the top and some on the bottom. So it can go. There we go. I'm just like tapping that in. Alright, where's the lid for this? Because I'm definitely gonna end up dropping my face in it on accident. This is not even glued in here. Really? I mean, there was like the biggest gob of glue ever on there and it couldn't stay. Alright. Let's try again. Are the rest of them in there? That one's in there. That one's in there. This one's definitely in there. This one is probably still cooling. Okay, so there's my first Wreath of 2020. I know you guys want to watch me fluff this bow out for another hour and a half, but I need to do that when it's hanging up because otherwise... Come on, glue. Maybe it's taking longer to cool because it's so hot in here. Because I have a sweet, delicate baby dog, and he's like, it's cold, turn on the heater. And I'm like, oh no, we don't do that in this house. But apparently we do now. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. This is still way too long. Alright, I think that is... I don't know why this is not drying or cooling or curing or whatever you want to say, but yeah, that's my Rustic Valentine's Day wreath. I have to go back and cut off all the pipe cleaners, but I will also do that when it's sending them because I can usually see a little bit better. So thanks for watching. You know, prayers for the mouse. Maybe he's gonna be okay. I don't know. I don't think he is, but Rustic Valentine's Day done. And now I can clean up my mess and do my crazy, wacky, black and white and red Valentine's Day wreath. Fun. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.